Okay, I think we are live. Let me see here. Yes, we are. Okay. As I hit all the wrong buttons. We are live.
Howdy. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing good, Chris. Thank you.
We're going live from my YouTube channel, so let me mess with a couple things here. This is kind of new. I haven't done this from the phone before. So I'm just going to show everybody up my nose here for a minute just to make sure that they can all see me. Oh, we don't want to hear that. All right, I believe we are still live. I don't suppose you have another screen there, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, let's assume we are. Let me see if I can figure it out.
I can grab my laptop if I need to. It'll just take a second.
Yeah, I think that's not the right page. See, we may have stopped going live.
Sky, come on. No. Oh, Sky wanted
No,
to.
we are still live, it looks like.
All right.
I just can't figure out my YouTube app. That's all. All right. Well, we're live. How you doing today, Adam?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good so far. I am driving across town. Just thought we'd talk for a minute about tomorrow's meetup. I hear you're going to make it to the meeting.
I will be there at 2 p.m.
Good. This, for everybody who doesn't know, this is the meeting about the petitions put forward by ORCA, the recreational and full access or full access and medical petitions, both constitutional amendments put forward by ORCA. Have you had much of a chance to get a look at those, Adam?
No, not yet. We just talked about it a little bit earlier today, and that's what I'm planning on doing before the meeting, is making sure we're all on the same page about it. It's a big deal and everyone should care.
Yeah. So let's see. Sorry, I'm in traffic, so I got to pay attention to it too. Across this
I'm guessing you got like a little TV mount there in your car for your phone.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I got a little phone holder attached to the windshield, runs the GPS, tells me where to go, and it, you know, you can't go live from YouTube from a mobile device unless you have at least 1,000 followers. Now, I don't have 1,000 followers on YouTube, but by going through the Zoom app, we not only get a better connection than we would on Facebook, but we can go live from YouTube. So,
that's nice. I didn't realize they had the
good
follower cap on there for live. That's
that's also where you start, where you can start to monetize. I'm still sitting at only about 550, so I haven't gotten up there yet. Maybe someday. Goals, right? Goals. Everybody needs goals. 1,000 YouTube followers. That's my goal.
So
actually, my goal is just to make sure that everybody in Oklahoma has the right to grow cannabis at home without fear of the cops knocking on the door. That's my the only goal in my life right now, and that would be what these petitions are about.
Well, I thank you for working on it.
The full access petition will, of course, make that happen, where everybody would have the right to grow as it should be. So
where are we at
on
the orchestra?
What have you got going on this weekend?
I've just been working on setting up new office getting a transition done in my life to where I can have new beginnings, and looking forward to it very much so.
That's good. For anybody who doesn't know, Adam is Artisan Botanicals. He's a kratom dealer. In fact, I just ran out and saw him and picked up some samples because I've got a couple of people I need to visit about getting it wholesale. If anybody out there is interested, let us know. So if you want to tell us a little about kratom while we got you on here.
Sure. Yeah, it's a coffee cousin that's grown in Indonesia primarily, is where it comes out of. Southeast Asia during monsoon season is whenever it's harvested normally. So it's kind of a unique environment, but it's been used for thousands of years there medicinally, where you just literally it's a tree that grows, and you take the leaf off the tree and grind it into powder. You could just chew on the leaf if you wanted to. There's extracted versions and different things, but in a lot of ways you can kind of compare it to cannabis as far as like sativas, indicas, and hybrids, because there's different kinds that do different things for you. Primarily, a lot of people use it as a pain management replacement, and just to be frank about it, and to help get off of drugs such as heroin, meth, all kinds of stuff, just to try and convert to a better, healthier lifestyle. But it's got a lot of other benefits for our immune system and how it works with our body. And there's still a lot of science being done, and a lot of medical field research being done on what effects it actually does have with the immune system and the antimicrobial properties. And it has a lot of potential to do a lot of good if the right people would let it.
Okay, let me ask some questions about it, and not only help me understand, but help anybody out there who may not know much about it. You say it's similar to cannabis. Do you get high off of it, and is that the goal?
So depending on what people would consider high, as everyone has a different perspective of what euphoria is to them and how they describe it. So there's some people who will say that it gives them a high-like feeling, when really it's like a really, really good cup of coffee, or just a really relaxing strain of cannabis you're smoking that just lets you get comfortable enough to relax and go to sleep, or just to get through your day, to have enough energy to feel normal. And it doesn't put you in a different state of mind or anything. You can drive just fine on it, operate heavy machinery and everything, but it does give you this sense of well-being in a lot of ways. And so some people can consider that a euphoria depending on the person, but overall it doesn't get you high.
So when you say it's like cannabis, in that sense, you maybe more mean it's a natural plant that is used for medicine.
Has similar uses, yeah, as medicine, where like energy effects, like sativas will give you more energy. Like there's strains of kratom that'll give you more energy. Indicas normally will be more relaxing and help you sleep more. There's strains of kratom that help you sleep more and are more relaxing. You're just getting a different feeling from it. So different plant, same concept.
You ask, or you say it has different feelings. You refer to indicas.
I'm losing you. Sorry, I can't hear you.
The call. I'll take that another time. Explain the colors so everybody understands what you mean when you say indica sativa.
Yeah, so like there's red, white, and green are the three primary colors of strains represented in kratom. And really it's just the stem vein that's representing more than anything, in the harvesting and culturing of it. When you really get down to it, it's all the same plant, just cultivated in a different way. And it doesn't quite a lot of the genetics are still being, and alkaloids are still being researched and studied. So whenever it comes down to like reds normally are more relaxing for people, and those would be what a lot of people would compare more to an indica. Whites are more energetic, and a lot of people would consider those closer to sativas. And then your green is more of a well-rounded hybridized, where it's just an overall, depending on the person, you get more effects. Green is the most purchased, like the most popular color that most people start with.
That is a great way to help people understand how to buy it if they want to try it.
Yeah, it's a simple way.
Relating that to cannabis like that with the indica sativa with the 3 stages, it really works well. I know with myself, when I take kratom, the only kind that I take, I've tried them all, but is the white. I prefer the white. Maybe it is because it gives me some energy. It's kind of like having an energy drink. to some
Yeah.
degree.
There's people who
without
replace
the hard
coffee with
water.
kratom. Like there's a lot of people who have problems with coffee and can't drink coffee as much. And because kratom is a coffee and tea cousin, you can make a coffee or a tea with it. So making it in a drink form even has its own benefits to work with our bodies and everything. Water is really important with it also. The one thing with kratom, if you are a consumer, is make sure you drink extra water because it can act as a diuretic for some people. So you want to make sure and stay hydrated.
You know, I'm not sure many people realize this, but cannabis is also a diuretic.
I actually didn't know that.
Yes,
Really?
it is. It certainly is. Another one of those wonderful things I learned from Dr. Pasternak.
He's a smart man.
Yes, he is. All right. Well, I sure am looking forward to seeing you at tomorrow's meeting. Maybe if anybody has any questions about kratom, you can answer those.
Absolutely.
So I'll have some samples if anybody, if any of the business owners there want to try and talk about getting in their dispensary. I think that's where this is headed, don't you? That maybe it should be on the shelf next to cannabis.
Yeah, I think that if us as the people of the state and even the country want to have any chance at making real change with how herbal medicine is recognized in, not just our state, but our country, that we're at the point to where the communities are going to have to come together and recognize that we're all in the same fight together against the same big pharma and all, the bad that's happening with pharmaceuticals and the fentanyl and heroin and the epidemic, people die. That's what the real epidemic is still happening that no one's talking about because of everything we've been going through with COVID. I mean, all these very real life experiences are still happening for everyone every day, and they're exasperated in a lot of ways. So natural medicine is more important than ever, especially when people don't feel comfortable getting out as much as they used to, especially building our immune systems, because that's something cannabis and kratom both are great about, is helping us build our immune systems to have natural immunities to what's, going on right now, basically.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all pretty interesting. I look forward to hearing more. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. I'm just about to where I'm at. I just wanted to come on, say hi, tell everybody a little bit about kratom, and encourage everybody again to be at this town hall, which is posted, as you can see, behind my head here. If I can move out of the way, I'm at a stop sign, so I can move. Tomorrow at 2:00 at the Bunker, which is 5201 North Beverly Drive. That's where Moto does a lot of video production for the cannabis community. That's where he does a John Fraser show and about a dozen other shows, I think, at this point. It's where I used to do my show. Probably start doing it again there eventually. So I look forward to seeing everybody there. We're going to have a little bit of a cookout too. So we're going to have dogs and buns and anything else we can get anybody to bring. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Can you tell me a little bit about what we'll be going over with it within
we're going to go over all the language in both petitions. Lawrence will be there. Norma Sapp will also be there, and we're going to take notes and see where everybody's concerns are. Look at possible ways of making adjustments to address those concerns. So pretty much the whole package, man. I mean, it's about getting into the details now. It's not so much big picture as it is, what do you think of line 1, 2, and 3? Mm-hmm. That's where we're at now. So we need everybody reading those things and telling us what they think of 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. And these are for the Constitution, right? So it's extra important that we kind of keep an eye on what's going into it, because it's going to have a lasting effect with what happens here in the state.
Yeah. In the future. Yes, unless everybody decides, because there's some discussion about this, unless everybody decides that running full access might be better achieved through statutory. That is part of the conversation going on behind the scenes. It's part of the conversation I want going out in front, where everybody's being part of it. So good. I encourage everybody to get involved in this. It's going to be streamed out everywhere. So I'm sure it'll be all over Facebook. It starts at 2:00. And it should be a pretty good, productive day. We'll probably do a wrap-up show tomorrow night at Grumpy Tonight at 6:00, as usual, and kind of do a wrap-up show of what we've learned, from everybody giving their opinion. So awesome. Should be a good day.
It's going to be an important one.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, I'm just about home, and I'm going to go live a few more times today. Maybe you should do the same from your own page, or maybe we do another one together from your page. We need to
Let's
get
do another one.
as,
Yeah,
as many people involved as we can and get everybody out there.
that sounds great. And we also we need to get comments submitted, and this might be something we can shortly bring up. We need to get comments submitted for the FDA and the World Health Organization for Kratom in support of it. We only have a few more days left to collect those comments that are going directly to the World Health Organization because it's a global topic right now for the industry as a whole. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's a good one to bring up. I've been seeing some posts about that. So we'll be sure to talk about that some more. All right. Well, that's it, folks. I'm going to hop off here. Until next time, stay grumpy. I'll see you on the road.
Bye.